find ChatGPT a bit more convenient and bit more reliable than the others. Can you please tell me why is it so?
When we talk about ChatGPT, it is trained on a very huge set of data as compared to Copilot.
For example, Copilot is specialized for the coding part. If you will ask the codes and everything, then it might give a better answer than ChatGPT.
So there are majorly two types of industries in IT. One is service sector, the other one is product sector.
They're like learning automation, learning AI might increase their salary up to the 10x suddenly. So, is that true? So, what do you think to be a good data scientist? Your intuition are valuable? Hi, Sushrut. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm also very good. I was just waiting for you. Actually, you were waiting for us.
Yeah.
So, sorry for the inconvenience we have caused you.
Absolutely no problem.
Yeah. So, firstly, let's start with the question how's the life going in corporate?
It's good. I've started my journey in corporate like 8.5 years ago. Started off with Persistent, and now I'm currently working in Wipro as a lead data scientist.
Okay. So, two MNCs you have listed. So,
Yeah.
what was the experience with them?
It's good. Work is going good.
Okay. So before we move into the core data science part, I would
Mhm.
appreciate that you just have a good introduction with the audience.
Sure.
Like they must know who you are, so they'll trust what you say. So yeah. So just tell them about who you are, what was your education background, and
Okay.
how did you enter into the IT field?
Sure. So I completed my bachelor's from Solapur University
Okay.
in 2016,
Mm-hmm.
and since then I worked with persistent systems for almost, I guess, 5 years or so.
Oh wow.
And during that time itself, I went into the full-time master's course for data sciences. I
Mm-hmm.
completed that in Pune University with a gold medal.
Oh wow.
And then I moved on to multiple different companies, switching from uh, the core data sciences into even more niche technologies, like currently I'm working with Gen AI. So
Okay.
I've moved on from the sort of a niche data science roles
Mm-hmm.
from the broad perspective of data sciences.
Okay, so you mentioned that you are working on Gen AI,
Yeah.
which is the current trend, I would say. After
Yes.
coming, like ChatGPT coming into the market,
Mm-hmm.
everybody is talking about Gen AI today.
Yeah.
So, if you had to explain Gen AI to a person who is like a noob, who's not very much into this data science part, and
Mm-hmm.
who is interested to know, so how will
Okay.
you explain that?
Okay, so we'll start from the beginning. Okay, whenever you talk about any set of programs that run on your computer, okay, it's more like a set of instructions that you have given, right?
Right, right.
Uh, when the data move forward, okay, or the world move forward
Mm-hmm.
towards the data sciences, the AI ML part,
Right,
it was more like you let the machine learn from the data that you have provided.
right,
Okay,
right,
so it's more on the part of learning of the machine through the data and
right,
not through a set of rules.
right. Okay,
Okay,
got your point.
now what this particular chat gpt does is it has a huge set of data that is
Mm-hmm.
provided to it,
Mm-hmm.
and it tries to learn from that data.
Right.
Okay, so it has a set of data which is huge.
Mm-hmm.
Now whenever you ask it a question, it tries to understand your question and answer it back according to whatever it has learned previously.
Right.
it's
Completely
like
agreed.
it's like how we are, right? So whatever answers that we give, like for example this particular podcast, I'm giving this answer to you just because I have learned a few things in
In
my
your
past,
past.
right? And that is how I know how to answer these questions.
Right, right.
So this is how the chat gpt works as well.
Like you're saying, it has been trained the way,
Yes.
and the data has been like inputted in,
Fed.
yeah, fed
Yeah.
in, yeah. Okay. A general question, I would
Mm-hmm.
say. I have worked on ChatGPT. Of course, I'm also handling the writing part, so I use it for the proofreading and etc. Like small stuff.
Yes.
I have also used other options of ChatGPT, like Copilot is there,
Hmm.
DeepSeek is there,
Yes.
and many others.
Hmm.
Okay, so I find ChatGPT bit more convenient
Hmm.
and bit more reliable than the others.
Yes.
Can you please tell me why is it so?
So it depends on how what type of data they are trained on to.
Okay.
or the level of sophistication that is happening behind the scenes.
Okay.
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 So when we talk about ChatGPT, it is trained on a very huge set of data as compared to Copilot.
Okay.
Copilot, the people who are using Copilot do not use it for a simple chat type of generation. They use it mostly on the coding part.
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So the data that is being fed to the Copilot
Mm-hmm.
or the Chat GPT, basically the GPT model that the Copilot uses, is
Right.
trained on the coding set of data.
So you are saying that their purpose or their
Yes.
like use is the basic like structure behind their making.
Correct.
Okay. So
So
yeah.
mostly what happens is whenever you are using a set of tools,
Mm-hmm.
specifically LLM,
Right.
they are trained on a multiple different set of data.
Mm-hmm.
ChatGPT specifically is trained on a versatile set of data. It hasn't got a niche inside it.
Right. Right.
So
Right.
it basically has a huge set of data that is being trained on.
Right.
On the other hand, if you pick some other set of LLMs,
Mm-hmm.
they are trained on very different type of data.
Okay, like everybody is having their own like
Yes,
niches and specialities. So
correct.
you're saying like for example, Copilot is specialized for the coding part. If you will
Yes,
ask the codes and everything, then it might give a better answer than
yes,
ChatGPT.
yeah.
Okay, okay, got your point. Okay, we actually moved to a very code data part very soon. Uh, Before going to that part, I will
Mhm.
really appreciate you telling about the data science roles and responsibility. Like
Okay.
people who are aspiring to be a data scientist,
Hmm.
they have the confusion that what kind of roles will be given when I'll join a company.
Okay.
What will be my roles and responsibilities? What kind
Hmm.
of task I may get assigned? So
Hmm.
just a gist of those tasks which you perform.
Okay. A data scientist is a broad concept.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When you talk about a data scientist, he or she is mostly a storyteller.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So your data, whatever data that you have, on that data you do a set of analysis, you do a set of predictions on the same data,
Right.
but that is not all. When you talk about data science, right,
Okay.
it's more on the part of storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
What is your data telling you? How is it making it meaningful? And after that you start on the cleaning part of it.
Okay.
So when you start off with any project in data sciences, the first uh, you know core behind it is the data. Then you move on to its to make it basically meaningful
Right.
to yourself,
Yeah.
and then you go into the prediction part.
Right.
So unless and until you have that intuition towards the data itself,
Mm.
understanding the data, one cannot become a good data
Data
scientist.
scientist. Right. So you just took one word, intuition. So what do
Yeah.
you think to be a good data scientist? Your
Hmm.
intuition are valuable?
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
I can give you an example. Okay, so whenever you start off with any set of data, we usually see it how they are uh, presented to you,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
It's usually raw, okay,
Very raw, right?
and it has a lot of noise. So when I talk about noise, it's not like uh, something that doesn't make sense. It's more like something that is not supposed to be in the data.
Like
Okay.
which are not useful for you. That might be a part of
Not
data.
useful for me, but it doesn't make sense for that set of data. For example, just
Okay.
let's take an example of road construction. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about a road construction, you talk about what type of locality it is going to be located at,
Right.
what type of traffic is going to move through that particular road,
Right.
what type of materials that you are going to use, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these are the relevant
Datas.
things related to
Right.
construction of a road.
Right. Right.
But when you move on to, let's say, your data set has data related to what type of, let's say, shops are there
Mm-hmm.
in that locality, it doesn't even make any sense
Okay.
for construction of that road,
Right.
right?
So that the use of the data differs as per your needs in the
Need,
project.
yes,
Yeah. Right.
need
Okay.
or what type of story that you are trying to tell.
Trying to tell. Okay. Got your point. Okay. I was like researching about you, and I got the term called as RAG.
Yes.
Yeah, I haven't heard much about it from
Mm-hmm.
any of the data scientists. I would really
Okay.
appreciate your word over this new terminology and
Mm-hmm.
how is it entering into the data science part.
Okay. RAG is not a new term, to be honest. When
Mhm.
when it comes to any data scientist,
Okay.
it is fairly old. Like, I guess 7 to 8 years old, since
Okay.
when the LLMs have started to come up,
Mhm.
right? Um, okay, let's break down what exactly RAG is. Okay, it has three words: retrieval, augmented, generation.
Generation.
Okay,
Right.
if you want to learn or understand what exactly the RAG is, we'll go with an simple example. Okay,
Okay.
let's say you go into a library
Mhm.
and you talk to a librarian. Usually what happens is that if you want a book, you simply tell the librarian, the person goes and brings that book.
Yeah. Right.
RAG is a concept where to the librarian, you don't basically know what type of or the name of the book. You
Okay.
only give the librarian the context of it. Like, for example,
Okay.
I want a book uh, in the field of, let's say, rom-com,
Mhm.
and it has a word or it is related to, let's say, struggles.
Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So if you tell that to a librarian, if it is a normal database or if it is a normal set of data that you have,
Yeah.
there is no way to go and search such type of books,
Right.
right?
Right. Right.
What RAG gives you is a tool that basically lets you search a book on this basis.
Okay.
So on the context basis, you go and search.
Mhm.
So, like I said, it is divided in three parts:
Mhm.
a retrieval, augmented, and generation.
Generation. Right.
Retrieval is trying to figure out what exactly matches with that context.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Then there is augmentation.
Mhm.
Augmentation is like making sense of what you have extracted.
Yeah, for like to explain it to the layman
Mhm.
terminology, when we search a song by the middle lyrics,
Exactly. Like
yeah,
like for example, okay, if you go on YouTube and let's say you don't know the actual name of the song,
yeah, right,
but if you simply pick a few lines from
lines of
the
yeah, right,
lyrics and you
yeah,
put it inside it, it is able to search it.
search it right. So that is
So
rag.
no, that is not RAG, but that is a type of RAG. This What happens over here is it is not a contextual search. It does a search on the keywords.
Right, yeah,
Okay,
right,
so
right,
that
right.
is a different type of search.
Okay,
What RAG does, it does a semantic type of search. What does it mean? Okay, so let's say if I give you like the same example, a book on rom-com, which has struggles inside it. Okay,
right, right.
so there are multiple different rom-coms that has a set of struggles. Okay, now it will give you a set of books that might be related to it,
Right.
but out of which makes actual sense.
Okay.
Understanding that and then generating or giving that book to you is
Okay.
what RAG is all about.
All about. You explained it very well, I would say. Okay. So, my next question will be: I also like found out that you have worked on Kubernetes and Docker.
Yes,
I haven't seen many of the data scientists working
mm-hmm.
on these tools because these are more relevant to the DevOps part, I would say,
Correct.
automation part, right?
Yes.
So, for a fresher,
Mm-hmm.
how would you explain these two like technologies or these two tools, and
Sure.
how much they are relevant to the data science?
Okay. So when you enter into any type of enterprise, it's not mostly about what type of methods you are going to use or what type of models that you are going to use. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
not even related to the data as well. It's more on the robustness of whatever you are building.
Right.
Okay,
Agreed.
so if you have a good infrastructure on which you can build your models onto,
Mm-hmm.
is what is required.
Right. Of course.
So this is why it is very important for the data scientists as well to understand these concepts. Maybe you don't have to work on it, but at least you need to understand this concept.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about Kubernetes, okay, so Kubernetes has two parts into it: the Kubernetes net itself, the cluster itself,
Yeah.
and the Docker part of it. So imagine this: uh, you want to perform a song, okay?
Mhm.
That that song can be performed for a group of people in a hall,
Right.
okay,
Right.
or your living room, or it can be performed in an orchestra,
Like, okay,
right?
for an entire bunch of people.
Many people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like 50,000, let's say.
Yeah.
Okay. The song did not change, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that has changed is the number of audiences that are going to
Watch it
basically either watch
or
or try to
listen.
use it.
Yeah, right, right.
So from the uh, IT perspective,
Perspective.
your users have increased, right?
Right, right.
From 5, let's say, to 50,000,
50,000.
right? So there should be a method to make sure that everything goes well,
Mm-hmm.
so that your song can be performed,
Of course.
right?
Yes.
So this is where the Kubernetes comes into.
Okay. So it helps in the amplitude part?
Not just the amplitude, everything, making sure that everything works smoothly. So
Okay.
let's say we are doing a podcast right now. Let's say the camera breaks down
Mm-hmm.
in the middle of the podcast.
Right.
So what Kubernetes does is it spawns a new camera. It starts it. Uh,
Okay.
okay, so it's entirely automated. It starts
So
it
it
on its
helps with
own.
troubleshooting as well.
It starts with. I mean, it does everything.
Okay. Right. So it
Okay.
is highly helpful for the data
Yes.
science.
So let's
Right.
say if you have a very good model that is already on the production,
Mm-hmm.
and today you are using like your product is being used by like 5,000 people.
Hmm.
Tomorrow it is getting viral, and people are using, like, there are 50,000, 1 lakh
Sudden
users,
increase in the
sudden
use.
increase.
Yeah.
And in that case, how will your model perform, right?
Okay. So it is just helping to scale up.
Scale up or
Okay.
scale down,
Right. Okay.
so that cost is also maintained.
Maintained. Oh.
So this is where the Kubernetes comes into
Oh,
picture.
wow. Okay, I understood. Okay. There's one question which people keeps me asking, and
Hmm.
especially the Gen Zs and those who are like those who have just entered into the field of IT.
Hmm.
They're like learning automation, learning AI might increase their salary up to the 10x
Yeah.
suddenly.
Yeah.
So is that true?
It's usually not sudden. You need to have a good bunch of projects under your belt.
Mm-hmm.
uh, it is true that it might get increased like 5x or even 10x. It depends on what type of projects that you are handling,
Okay.
but it's more on the basis of the storytelling. Like I said, data sciences is not just about models or something like that.
Yeah, right.
It's more on the part of storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
What does your data tell? So if you are not good at telling stories about your data, no matter what type of model you have used, it doesn't make any sense,
Right.
because you won't be able to defend yourself in any set of interviews.
Exactly. Right.
So uh, it is true in a case,
Mm-hmm.
but unless and until you are a good storyteller, it doesn't make any sense.
So you just mentioned the interview part.
Hmm.
I would like to ask you, like you have given so many interviews, of
Yes.
course, and you might have taken some of them.
Hmm.
So what are the two or three major questions, or like I would say frequently asked
Hmm.
questions in the data science interviews? One might prepare them.
Okay. What I usually ask is about, of course, their project, what they have worked on.
Okay.
So what I expect them to tell is in detail about how they approached that particular problem, how they solved that issues. Then second question which I usually ask is what actually, why did they choose that particular model,
Mm-hmm.
and what actually was the input and the output of that model.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the last question that I usually ask is, let's say retrospectively, if you go back and try to use a different method,
Mm-hmm.
okay, what would you have done differently for that particular project?
Right.
So these are the three questions that I usually ask. what does this give you as an interviewer is the perspective towards your candidate,
Hmm.
that do they actually know what they're doing.
Like how much problem solving ability they
Yes.
have, right?
So it's not just about problem solving. Do they actually know what they're dealing with, what type of data they're dealing
Right,
with?
right. Okay.
So let's say if somebody comes, if I'm giving an interview, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and the interviewer asks me about one of my projects, I'm not going to simply tell that person what the project is all about. I'm going to walk through the entire project pipeline with the interviewer so that they understand what exactly we did
Okay.
and why we did it.
How you solve the problem.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Got it. Uh, Continuing this only,
Hmm.
you said projects, right?
Yes.
It's very difficult for the freshers to get hands-on experience.
Yes.
So yeah, they are very confused. Is it right? Is it wrong? What
Hmm.
kind of project I must go on
Hmm.
with, or will this be valid, etc., etc.
Yeah.
So, from your perspective, to guide a fresher, what kind
Hmm.
of projects they can opt for, and from where they can like do it?
To answer that, okay, we'll divide this question into two parts. One is where will they get the ideas from,
Mm-hmm.
and the second thing is what should they look for when they are trying to go for a certain set of projects.
Right.
So what where to look for is one of the best site, that is Kaggle.
Kaggle, yeah, it has
Yeah,
data sets,
it
right?
has all type of data sets, and people have worked on multiple different models as well. There are open notebooks, public notebooks on
Mm-hmm.
Kaggle. You can go and find that. I have been using Kaggle a lot. Okay.
Okay.
uh, for recent years, even the RoboFlow has a large set of data set in
Mm-hmm.
with them, so you can use that as well.
Okay.
Coming to the project part, what should you look for in a project?
Mm-hmm.
uh, in my perspective, you need to understand which type of industry you are trying to hit
Okay.
as a fresher. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So there are majorly two types of industries in IT. One is service sector, the other one is product
Product
sector.
sector.
Right? If you want to go for service sector, there are two major accounts or two major branches in IT that are currently in boom for data sciences. That is healthcare
Mm-hmm.
and BFSI. BFSI is banking, finance, insurances. So this is what people are using or trying to inculcate the entire AIML inside it.
Right, right.
So these are the two sectors where people are currently working in AI, right?
Mm-hmm.
So think in that perspective if you want to go in the service
Okay,
sector.
right.
If you want to go for a set of any type of product
Mm-hmm.
based companies,
Right.
then any project is good. Make sure that whenever you are applying, those companies should have either worked on them
Mm-hmm.
or are currently working on it.
Okay. Okay.
Like for example, if there is a company who is working on automotive sector, okay, make sure that whatever project that you are selecting is from the automotive sector,
Like
and then
relevant.
yes, and then you apply it to the same set of
Yeah, right.
companies.
Companies. Yeah, that is a very helpful advice, I would say. Okay. Coming to the conclusive part of the podcast,
Hmm.
if just a fun question, if
Okay.
you are to make a personal assistant,
Hmm.
AI assistant for yourself related to the personal task which you perform, so
Okay.
what will you do with that?
Okay, so I've been writing a book. It's an epic. Basically, it's divided in 5 parts.
Oh, wow.
But what I tend to have a problem with is remembering the names of characters, even their emotions, or even the finalized chapters that I have, kept.
Okay, right, right.
Right.
Mhm.
So unless and until I have a way to, pull that data, try to understand what exactly what I have written
Right,
previously.
right.
So for such things, I need an assistant, basically a collaborator, which can remember these things and can pick these things out whenever I require.
Oh, wow.
And the second thing
What would
is,
you name that assistant?
I don't know yet.
If
Uh,
you could build it,
uh-huh.
how much time it might take? Yeah, of course, you can build it. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't take a lot of time, to be honest,
Mhm.
because there are multiple different tools that are available with us.
Mhm.
However, the one problem that I think is not yet resolved in our sector is related to the consistency.
Mhm.
Okay, so your LLM can retrieve multiple data sets,
Right.
multiple things from your data, whatever that you have. But however, when it comes to the consistency of it, that is not yet resolved. So I'm not really sure how that is going to go forward. But yeah, that is what I'm thinking right now.
Yeah, that is a good option. I will appreciate once you make it. You should tell me.
Sure, no problem.
Okay, coming to the conclusive part,
Hmm.
I would appreciate your last words on the podcast which we had,
Okay,
and a piece of advice for the freshers and for those who are watching our podcast,
sure.
so they can have a good corporate life in future.
Okay. Um, let's divide it into three sections. What did I think about this podcast? So this is, of course, my first podcast that I have done.
You are very good speaker, I must say. If it is the first one, then you are a very good speaker.
Thank you. Um well, it's I mean, even though it is a first podcast, but I have taught to multiple students
Yeah, that's
in
why.
at multiple different institutes. So
Okay.
public speaking is not that of a great stigma for me.
Okay.
But yeah, this is my first podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a good experience to have, other than what I have been doing
Yeah,
day
right.
by day.
Right.
And what was the next?
The message.
Okay, message for the freshers is, don't simply run on to selecting a set of models or type of algorithms that you want to do, or a set of projects.
Mm-hmm.
Try to define a story
Oh,
first,
right. Mm-hmm.
then go for the data,
Mm-hmm.
and then go for the set of models that you want to.
You're right.
So first decide what type of story that you want to present, and then go for the rest of it.
Okay. So you are telling the data science is all about storytelling,
Yeah,
and as good as you are in the storytelling, that much good career you can get in data science.
exactly.
Thank you very much, Sushrut. It was
Thank you very much.
great talking to you, and I must say that you have very good insights. You're a very good explainer, and you explained, you broke down things into simpler ways and simpler
Mhm.
paths. That I must appreciate, and I really hope that our audience liked it. And
I
thank you.
hope so too.
Yeah. Okay. Have a very good day, and all the very best for your future.
Same to you.
Yeah.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.